my cousins, and I'm going to be presenting a presentation on Old Is New for Hairspray, the original and the remake. So basically Hairspray is based on an overweight teenager called Tracy, sets off to achieve her dream, and auditions for her favourite TV show, Corny Collins Show. And after realising the amount of racism that's taken place, and she's so against it, she decides to fight against it and see what she can do. But does she? Both films are classed as musical romance set in 1962. Hairspray was originally directed by John Waters in 1988. Waters is an American director, producer and screenwriter and actor. He also wrote Hairspray. He's best known in the 1970s for his cult films. And then there's a link just up there for the trailer for 1988 Hairspray. In 2007, the film was remade and directed by Adam Shankman. Alongside being a director, he's also a dancer and choreographer, producer and actor. He also took part as a judge in a TV series called So You Think You Can Dance. And there's another link just up there for 2007 Hairspray. So for the Hairspray in 1988, financial determinants, the budget, box office, gross profit, gross margin and markup. The film didn't start off as an amazing success at first, but in the 1990s a lot more families started to buy videos, so they bought it on video. In 2002 the film then became a popular show in Broadway. For 2007 Hairspray, there's the budget again, and this film succeeded very well. So well that in the finance it broke a record for the biggest sales for this genre of film. It also came fourth in the highest grossing musical film rank in the US cinema history. Technologies of production. The original Hairspray used a film that long metres long and has an aspect ratio of 1.851. The remake of Hairspray was shot using that length of film with a camera of that and an aspect ratio of 2.35.1. The sound mix used for the original was ultra stereo, but due to the better technology and more money, the sound mix used for the remake was Dolby Digital, making the sounds better quality. Distribution and exhibition. The original film was released on the 16th February 1988 and distributed by New Line Cinema, and the remake was also distributed by them on the 20th of July 2007. By 2007 everyone had DVDs, so that may have impacted on how well the remake did compared to in the 1980s when DVDs around. Trends. Around 1988 there were a mixture of comedy and fantasy films and drama in the top 10 ranking list. Some films on this list were Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Big and Crocodile Dundee. Hairspray doesn't exactly fit into the category, which is maybe why it didn't do so well at that time. However, you could consider it fantasy due to the overweight girl happening to get noticed and put on her favourite TV show, or as a drama because of the fight against racism. In 2007 the film trend was mostly adventure. Some films out of this were Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and Spider-Man 3 and Shrek the Third, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. Based on this, it's also a year for sequels, which can be similar to remakes, making it a good time for Hairspray to come out. Cast. So this is all the cast. That's from the 1988, and that's 2007. It's just a few members of the cast. Star comparison, Tracy Turnblad, that's the main character in the film. Ricky Lake played Tracy in the original. As well as being an actress, she's also a producer and television host. She's been in a number of films such as Cry Baby, Serial Mom and They're all John Waters films. Her first talk show was called Talk Show, which began in 1993. Once she packed that in, she went on to host a game show called Marathon. Nikki Blonsky played Tracy in the remake. Nikki's a singer, dancer and actress. Hairspray was the first main role that she played in the film, and in the same year she was working on her album, including her single On a High. Since, she has appeared in Ugly Betty and reported as being a hairstylist in 2011, but still with hope to carry on her original acting career. Eton Turnblad. Divine played her in the original. Divine is known for playing a lot of female roles as a drag queen, and is described as the drag queen of the century by People magazine. His hometown is in fact Baltimore, Maryland, which is where the film Hairspray was set. Divine has starred in a number of films such as Pink Flamingos in 1972 and Mondo Trasho. He died at 42 in 1988, but still remains a big influence to the characters. John Travolta played Edna in the remake. John Travolta is an actor and singer. He is well known and most recognised for when he played Danny in Grease in 1978. He has been nominated twice for an Academy Award and was named Best Actor by Los Angeles Film Critics Association. Lincoln Park. Michael St. Gerard played it in the original. He's known as a similar figure to Elvis Presley with his looks and attitude. Michael began his acting career by starring in Japanese adverts. He then moved on to do American films such as Senior Week and Hairspray, and went on to become a well-known cult figure. In 1990, he starred in the TV series Beverly Hills, and his attention to looks gradually faded. Zac Efron played Link in the remake. Zac Efron started his acting career into the 2000s, but only really became noticed once he played his role in the Disney film High School Musical. Some well-known films he has starred in is 17 Again, St. Charlie's Cloud, and the romantic film The Lucky One. He has carried on his career and is due to star in some upcoming films. Social, political and regulatory factors. Social link for both films is racism and segregation. The story has a clear meaning of it and fights against it. In the film, black and white people were separated when dancing. An example of being against racism and segregation in the remake, there is a scene towards the end where there's a protest that Tracy joins to help fight for black and white people to be able to dance together and be treated equally. And that's a picture of the protest down there, and that's a picture of the blacks and the whites separated by a rope. Synergies between films. The script is adapted in the remake, and although there are some scenes vastly the same as the original, there are quite a few different scenes and alterations to others. At the beginning of the original, there is a selection of short clips of different characters in the film, all of them other than Tracy. However, in the remake, it starts off with Tracy in a room and the song Good Morning Baltimore. In the remake, Edna seems like a shy, sweet lady, but Edna has more of an attitude in the original. In the original, Penny has a gobstopper on her a lot of the time. In the remake, it's changed to a lollipop. And at the auditions in the remake, the manager is Amber's mum, which is very harsh to Tracy in the audition. But in the original, there's a panel, and it's not Amber's mum that's the manager, it's another lady, and they're nicer to Tracy in that. In the original, Tracy gets into special ed rather than detention like in the remake. Vertical and horizontal interrogation. The original was produced and directed by John Waters, although he also produced alongside Robert Shea and Rachel Talalay. The remake had a number of producers, which were Alan Shanak, also director, and they're the rest of the producers alongside him. Another person that helped produce the remake was Robert Shea, who also, as above, was also involved in the production of the original. Overview. The remake went down well and succeeded more than the original. In the remake, the songs were more catchy and the storyline was clearer. However, in the original, it was more humorous because of the acting, because it wasn't so realistic and it wasn't so serious. The remake has better actors, making it less cheesy. However, around 1988 when the original came out, that's cheesy actors may have suited that time. Overall, the remake is a better version of Hairspray, although the original is still a good light-hearted film to watch. That's the star rating. The 1988 film, 3 stars, and 2007 version, the remake, is 4 stars.